what's Missin Curfew? It's when you kind of play guilty, but you show up.
How nice is a green light on the road, though? No practice tomorrow, no plane, just go.
Scotty Upshaw in the clear, and he scores! Right in front, scores!
A few laughs, a little bit of fun, and obviously a lot of hockey talk.
You're listening to Missin Curfew.
The lads.
Fella.
My man, welcome back, fella.
How we doing, buddy?
Things are good. Nice to be back in the studio.
Nice little lunch at Gulfstream today.
I kept it light.
Yeah, you did.
I wanted to go with the breaded Dover sole.
Why didn't
Most
you?
expensive thing on the menu. I wanted to stay light. It was my first meal of the day. Like I said, I texted you after I left this raw strength yoga class, which always kicks my ass. Talk about releasing toxins when you get out of there.
I bet.
Sweating like a mofo. But no, it was nice. A little catch up with our boy Tom Doherty. And well, what can I say? I had a little seared tuna.
Speaking of ketchup, best fries in Orange County, huh?
Oh, I said that. Is this the best fry?
That's the best fry in Orange County.
It is.
They got the dippins, they got the ketchy,
I know.
and then they got that nice little spicy mayo to dip it in. They're dead.
I'd like to say that another place would give them a run for their money, but I just... Oh, Crack Shack. You ever have Crack Shack fry?
I've had Crack Shack on DoorDash a few times. Yeah,
it's a nice fry. Tough to say. It's tough to put a fry up to a fry when you get it DoorDash, though.
True.
You need it coming right out of the kitchen.
You do. Do you are you a skinny fry guy, a steak fry guy, a waffle fry? I like it.
Fish and chips, I like the thick fry.
Yeah, like in Ireland.
With the fucking balsamic vinegar on there, the malt vinegar.
Wow.
Talk about tasty.
I
got to turn my mic
That's
up.
a Patty O'Brien move, but he just does the normal vinegar. Just salt. You ever have chip trucks back in Fort Mac in the summertime? You head down the chip truck and grab the chips, and you ever have those?
A chip truck?
Yeah.
Like an ice cream truck with chips?
Do you guys know what a chip truck is, Max?
No, I've never heard of that.
Okay, so yeah, back home. Shout out to the Rutherford family. They had the best chip truck.
I mean, Port Hope has a chip truck.
In the summertime.
Okay.
Fucking chip truck. So this old truck, like a mail truck or something, they would turn it into a chip truck.
Shaggin' wagon.
Yeah.
Like the Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah, it's a shaggin' wagon. Chicks dig it. Yeah, you go down there, great French fries. Those thick homemade ones you're talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Vinegar, salt.
Yeah.
They're unbelievable.
Fry them right up. Get in that canola oil and just let them eat.
I'm going to see if I can Google chip truck here just so you can get an image.
But yeah, great fry. Great fry. Nice eye candy in there too. Not talking about dessert. Gulfstream.
Buddy, I'll tell you what.
Prime real estate.
Listen, we're going to get into it in Uppys World because you're back, but you go in that Gulfstream, it's always busy, and I'll tell you what, these people in Newport Beach, they don't care if it's Monday, anything that ends with a Y.
Yeah,
they're gonna have a cocktail at lunch.
I hear you.
One time, this guy had a ribeye and he was drinking a fucking dirty martini at 11:45. I'm like, what's the rest of his day look like?
Yeah, life's good.
What does his day look like?
God, some people just have it all here,
right?
They don't have to show up to the studio and bullshit with you all day.
Yeah.
They just go and get drunk at noon.
I just thought a big ribeye at noon and a dirty martini, I'd be heading right for Big Canyon toilet. Right? I mean, like you're definitely gonna have a workout after that.
And
like,
a new pair of shorts.
You're like, I'm not gonna. Hey, I'm looking for Ray Finkel and a new pair of shorts. You're not gonna play pickleball at 3:00 after you have a ribeye and a couple dirty martinis at Gulfstream, are you?
No, you're not. No, and we'll get into the football, but I will say I had a nice Cassidy's burger yesterday,
dude,
and that was at 1:00.
Yeah,
the game here started. The Bills-Steelers game was on at 1:30 here, so I made sure, got my boy Stos in town. I made sure I was getting over there with a good bar seat, and that fucking cheeseburger was coming hot off the grill before opening kickoff.
Oh yeah, would you have a Pacifico to wash it down or what?
Ice cold Stone IPA right off the tap, and then because we sat next to this beauty, this guy Hammer. Guy's a good guy. He's a Newport Beach legend. Hammer time.
Legend.
I guess so. He's been around since the 70s. This guy,
oh, wow.
I don't know, Max, if you know this guy, Hammer Time.
Max lives down in San Diego.
But Cassidy's is where you'll find him.
Yeah, no, so this guy used to be the vice president of Motown Records back in the day. Like, he's big time, and he's got great flow. He looks like he could be either playing in, Guns N' Roses or could be like a wrestler. Like, he kind of has that go-to, he's got a wide range. Anyway, sat next to him, good guy. We buy him a shot of Pappy Van Winkle. What's that shot called? Ooh,
I just go with Jameson.
$150 shots.
What?
$150 shot.
Cassidy's.
And Cassidy's, listen, Cassidy's has.
You bought a dude $150 shot?
No, it was
You've
Christos.
changed, bro. No. You've changed.
Listen, $150 shot. I split mine. I didn't need a full one.
$50.
$150. Poppy Van Winkle.
That didn't go on the company card, did it?
No, fuck that. I lost my company card.
I need a new one. Mine
I was
doesn't.
using it too much.
Mine doesn't work. The strip, the magnetic
We've
strip.
used it too much. They just don't work.
I know. Hey, Uppy, I just want to show you what a chip truck looks like. See that chip truck?
Oh, wow.
And then see the chips.
It's like,
what do you call it?
food truck.
Yeah, food truck.
You sell chips in there.
Yeah, exactly. I should have said food truck.
But it's just selling chips. That's, by the way, that's
burgers
such a
and
Canadian
dogs.
thing.
Burgers and dogs.
These guys think chips down here are potato
Like
chips.
Ruffles.
Yeah.
No.
All just. No, they're fucking fries back home.
Yeah. So yeah, but we call it a good old fast fresh cut fries. I guess I call it chip truck. So, but back to the shot. $150 shot.
Yeah. And I mean, tasty. So this is at 145 too. I had to go and, I won't say where I had to go after that, but I did it. Went home and,
God, I want to know where you went.
no.
Hey, tell me off the air, eh?
Well, yeah, for sure. But I'm a responsible adult. But, we had a couple beers and a shot and a burger afternoon on a Monday. Martin Luther King Day. It felt like that was the day to drink. There's, NFL football on all day. And, so these guys drinking at lunch, they're kind of onto something.
I mean, listen, it's the Newport Beach way.
Mm-hmm.
They love cocktailing. I got back this morning. We're going to get into my journeys through the Midwest, but I'll tell you what, I had some bad weather in Dallas, so I had to reroute my flight through Phoenix this morning. I had a middle seat from Phoenix to Santa Ana. And I know it's only an hour flight, but middle seats should be outlawed. Like they should be free. People that shouldn't have to pay for a middle seat. It's unhuman. It's just like, and this guy beside me, I don't know who he was or where he's coming from.
Farting.
2 fucking winter jackets. So they had the one on his lap, then we take off, and now he's trying to take the jacket. So now he can't get it off, right? So now I'm like,
That drives you crazy.
oh my God. So now I'm like this. He's all up in my personal space, and then what does he do with the blinds? Fires it open. Now the sun is beating in my face. I'm trying to watch the Joe Rogan show. And I'm looking at this guy like, what is he thinking?
Yeah.
So finally I say, fella, can you put that thing down? So he finally put it down. I mean, it was an hour of torture. I guess I'm soft or spoiled or whatever, but like that middle seat, that should be a free seat.
What was there a minute went by where you didn't think you should start drinking, or were you like, I can't handle this here?
I guess I could have done that.
Give me a goddamn Jack and Coke.
I
Coke.
I thought about just like going full like Hulk and ripping the other seat right. Like I was just in like I felt so just like I had a guy here and another guy. I'm sure they were.
No, you should never sit in the middle seat. I give you shit sometimes. The company car gets abused. It gets almost tortured by first class tickets. But you shouldn't sit in the middle. Someone should get up and let you. And
I was thinking, I'm here complaining. They probably, when they saw my big ass coming for them, he probably thought, no.
There's not a worse feeling out there. I'm just going to say, when you have that seat open next to you and someone walks down the aisle that you don't really want to sit by, and you look at you and you go, fuck. I might just as well leave this plane.
I mean, you always got the bounce of it. Anytime I travel with you back in your single days, you get like the hot chick that sit beside you. I get the guy that's like 270 sit beside me.
Yeah.
But listen, I came in, there was the guy in the aisle with 2 jackets there, right? Double jackets there.
Double Jackie.
God, he's coming from Phoenix to Santa Ana. What the fuck did he need 2 jackets for?
They weren't leather, right?
They were big.
Canada
Goose. One
Goose.
was a big one, and the other one was like
Yeah, it's not perfect.
So he was sitting there with his jackets, and then I come in and I go right to the middle seat. And I say, "Hey, fella, hopefully, if no one sits here, I'll slide over." But I think she's a full bird, and he just kind of okay. So this other like kind of little guy comes sits beside me. He gets his little iPad, he's reading, and the girl in the section over gets bumped up to first class, which opens up that middle seat and that row. So I was like, I was one bounce away from having that empty seat, right?
Cute girl and an empty seat.
Well, just so that she went up to first class. She must have had all the points like you have with United or whatever. And she went up to the front.
Escorted up to the front.
Up she went.
I might get up there. I don't get escorted. Let me ask you this. Did you make it home with that jacket, though?
What's that?
Did you make it home with your KC jacket?
My KC jacket's back in Kansas.
It's back there. It's a nice jacket.
It is a nice jacket.
Yeah, a little OVO hat.
The OVO hat was a nice touch. Yeah, I mean, it was freezing. I'll be honest with you. But listen, if you're ever out there, shout out. We'll start with these guys because you teed me up. Let's talk some football up, dog. Coldest game in the history of Arrowhead. So I had this trip planned with Mac Miller for like a month. I was supposed to take her to a game earlier in the year, and some things came up, and I canceled a couple times, and I just like, hey, listen, if they, I kind of surprised her. I said, listen, I got us tickets. We're gonna go to Kansas City. It's gonna be a great weekend. This was like a week ago, right? Then I look at the forecast, and she's like, it's supposed to be pretty cold. I'm like, how cold? And then I check it. I'm like, And then you know how things go, right? On social media, it's like coldest game ever. It's going to be minus 30. The people are not going to go. Well, listen up, dog. It didn't scare these Kansas City Chiefs fans away. They embraced it. People showed up at 9 a.m. And what they did, I actually thought of A Hall. A lot of these people, they made like a little tent. And they had like a heated propane tank with a TV. And so like they had their little inside thing. And they all had their camo hunting gear on, Missouri, right? Hunting gear, goggles. They were hammered. I mean, walking this place, you would have thought it was September and it was 80 degrees out. They were cheering and drinking. I'm like, we better get going here. But I had heated everything. Heated socks, heated long johns, heated shirt, heated gloves.
Would you plug them all in, or?
I plugged them all in before I went, charged them all up.
Nice.
Yeah.
No batteries?
Yeah, the battery goes right in them.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Well, wow. Just when I thought bringing waterproof socks to Ireland for a trip was going a little extensive.
Yeah, I know.
That's impressive.
Matt Kell, shout out to him. He's the one that told me about heated socks. I said, fella, didn't you guys?
Oh, yeah, I have a set of those in Aspen.
Yeah, I went Matt Kell, I texted him. I said, I went skiing with you. You have some heated socks, right? He said, yeah, I do. So then we went
Did
to
he
this.
send you the pair?
No, I went to this store in Bass Pro Shop.
By the way, not cheap, the ones the ski ones.
$100 each.
Yeah, that's
My outfit cost more than tickets. By the time I added it up, I'm like, my outfit here is
Well,
costing.
they were giving tickets away for a while there, right?
Yeah, they dropped big time.
Big time.
Plummeted.
But you could ticket? 50 yard line?
Yeah, 9 rows up. It was awesome.
Where was Taylor Swift?
Taylor Swift was sitting behind me in the suite with Mahomes' old lady and Kelsey's mom. And these people in Kansas City, they're great fans, but some of these fucking, whatever you want to call them, were trying to take a picture of Taylor and blocking our section. I'm like, yo, I'm trying to go get a hot chocolate here. Stop taking her picture. She's just sitting there. Like, let's go.
Damn.
And the only time you ever see the hot chocolate line longer than the beer line. The hot chocolate line was like,
They need like a ramen place there or something.
yeah.
A place to get some noodles.
Yeah,
Some
well,
hot noodles. What would you do for some itchy band there or something?
I don't even know what that is.
It's like those noodles in the package where you just put them in the boiling water with the salt and the noodles and you just crush it.
I would have gave anything for some warm soup.
Yeah.
But these Kansas City fans, they embraced it. And I would say this, the guys on the sidelines that had to bring those big jackets over to them, these guys, they were the hardest working MVPs of the game. There wasn't Patty Mahomes. It wasn't Rice. It wasn't Kelsey didn't have a great game. But these guys, Uppy, like they just throw the jacket, pick it up. They got to put it on the defensive guys, bring it back. Like I was right there on the sidelines. I saw all the shit that was going on to keep these guys warm. It was crazy. And Chris Long texted me, and Longer was like, how was that game? I'm like, honestly, buddy, I had heated everything. My nuts were warm. I was all right. How is it to play in one of those games? He's like, dude, I played in one that wasn't quite as cold as that. But he said it's just a mind fuck leading up to the game. Like just an absolute mind fuck.
So you bet the house on KC. You told us, boys, this is turn the lights out.
The Dolphins were staying at my hotel, and I was coming back from the KU game, which is an unbelievable environment. Shout out to Joe DeMarco, a former alumni KU. Listen, I thought about this campus, like cool little campus. I was thinking of us back in the day. We could add some fun at that KU campus. So I come back, and the Dolphins are getting ready to come on the bus. So I'm like, we'll just hang out in the hotel a little bit. And I saw Tyreek Hill come down. And I think it was more set the running back. And like literally Tyreek went outside to get on the bus and then ran back in the hotel and was like, he was kind of that far, but he's like ran back in and was laughing. I'm like, I text you boys right away. I'm like, these guys, they don't have a chance. Like I kind of felt bad for them almost to a certain extent, except for I had so much money on the Chiefs.
Yeah, it started off, I mean, they're built for playoffs and built for cold weather. Yeah. And Mahomes is like, he's been there back to back.
Yeah.
Right.
So all these guys, I guess they're playing in, wetsuits that you go surfing in here. Mm-hmm. Like Patty Mahomes had a cut off wetsuit under his gear, I guess.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I wonder why. It keeps the body
heat in. So that's what these guys are playing in. Yeah. Yeah. But that was the lock of the week. And DraftKings signs everywhere. It was an unbelievable experience, up dog. Let's talk about some bets, baby. DraftKings, fella. How'd you do? Talk to me.
Listen, I had a parlay from hell, Obi. I had a 7-team parlay that I started off with Michigan winning the national championship. And then I went in, I took the Texans. I took the Chiefs. Okay, this is a 7-teamer thing. I took the Packers, and I told you about this. I took the Lions. No, I actually took the Rams, and they covered for me. And I had 2 last legs on Monday to finish, and I kind of got cold feet. Early in the week when I put this bet in, I took Pittsburgh at +10, and I got cold feet before the game, and it was $100 to win $7,900. Okay, that was my odds. It was great odds.
Yeah.
So I had 2 legs left, and I went into that afternoon game yesterday, Buffalo, and I said, I'm hedging. I'm doing it. Buffalo's my squad. Allen's my squad. Allen's my guy. $3,000 bet I put on Bills.
Okay. Smoke.
And I took it at plus 9.5. So there was a chance that if it was by 10, I could win that, and maybe this parlay from hell would actually push it, but I'm sure it would have ended. But anyway, so thankfully I did that. The gods helped me because it was the only game I missed. Tampa ended up, covering against the Eagles, and it would have been one hell of I would have been buying dinner here at Missin Curfew for a long time if I win that one.
Yeah.
But anyway, I did good. I didn't lay a lot of cash on each game. I was just following this parlay, and I was having fun doing it. But what a great way to enjoy, the wild card weekend. It was unreal.
Listen, bro, I never hedge. I would never ever hedge. Like, that's just me personally. It's not the smart play is to hedge. Like, unless it was like millions of dollars or something, right? Like even last year, like with Vegas going into the finals, I didn't hedge it. 17 grand. I didn't hedge it. Now, what I should have done last year in the first round was when the Avs and Bs were both playing in Game 7, I should have hedged it the other way because I went all in and got smoked. So that kind of bit me. But I'm not a big hedger. I don't know. I want the thrill. I'm going down with the ship, or I'm getting the fucking high of like.
There's a way though that you just cut your risk, but you still take a profit.
Yeah, no, that's the smart way to do it.
But a true gambler would say unless you're risking a lot of money, like $100 to win the 7 is great odds. Just let it roll.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I've been on a cold streak, so I do need to take a victory at some point.
Well, listen, talking about a victory, the Packers. What a call by you. I forgot Aaron Jones was back. I tried to pick him up on waivers back in our fantasy, and Loops got him for me, so I should have known he was back. But Max, you were right, man. Remember like months ago I said the Cowboys, and you were like, well, you're right, Max. It's the same old Cowboys ups. What a call by you, dude. I did not see that coming. I took it on the chin.
I think the Packers have they have it cut out for them this weekend in San Fran, but all odds were on, Dak Prescott to have the pressure. Obviously, the coach McCarthy, do or die. There's some changes to be made.
Yeah,
Big D right now.
Cleaning out his office right now.
There's cleaning out his office. Yeah, Jerry's saying, "See you later."
Man, they just hadn't lost a game in almost 2 years. They lost the home opener 2 years ago to Tom Brady and the Bucks. And since then, they hadn't lost a game
at home.
They had the highest scoring offense. You mentioned in the group text Packers over tees. I was like, that might be the bet. And I was like, nah, Cowboys are going to roll them. I lost first half, second half, and the game. I had them game first half, and then I doubled up in the second half and got smoked.
Yeah,
Jordan Love, man, that guy can make it rain.
Yeah, he kind of looks like Purdy a little bit, like the way they throw the ball, back foot, confident. I mean, he's got a gun. It's just whether or not, in the playoffs, everything's so magnified, and whether or not he can handle San Fran D and the way San Fran's going to just punish they're going to shove it down their throat. It's like you're going to get if you do get the ball a lot, it's either going to be off kickoffs, or you're going to be pushed way back and you're going to have to go the whole length of the field, and it's whether or not he can back that up. That's a big game they just played, a statement game, a game for the ages, but now it's like, what do you got?
Yeah, and they're almost like, the thing that scares me, because I got the Niners and the Ravens in a tease to go to the Super Bowl, or in a parlay.
I love that bet.
Or in a future bet. The Packers almost now that scare me is like their quarterback's making it rain, he's spinning it, and they're almost so young that, remember when you were young, you didn't even know any better?
Yeah.
You're like, fuck it, bring it on. Let's go. What do we got to lose?
You mentioned that. The Packers right now are 2,500. Plus 2,500.
To go all the way.
Yeah. A couple $100, $5,000.
That's going to be a great game.
Yeah.
Josh Allen, what a stud. Shout out to Bills Mafia. I mean, the snowstorm, they couldn't leave their house for 3 days. They go to the game. They're throwing snowballs everywhere. That was a lock, too. We should have put everything we had on that one. Josh Allen's a beast. I want to give some love to a guy that we got to know, Matt Stafford. I mean, I know they lost. What a great atmosphere.
That was an incredible game.
That guy's as tough as they come, man.
Yep.
I mean, the resilience, he was out cold. He got hit. He was out. Bring him in the tent. 2 minutes later, he's back slinging it. I'm like, this guy is a fucking beast.
And talk about slinging it from all different areas of his body. He's throwing him off back foot. He's throwing him sidearm. That was a back and forth battle. You know what? Watching the Lions come out like that, an incredible atmosphere. My boy Bizzle was there. Shout out to Bizzle.
Saw that.
Eminem. I mean, the atmosphere was crazy. Love to see a game in there. But at the same time, I'm like semi cheering for the Rams. I'm like, can they get a game at SoFi? Everyone's like, nope. Don't you know how playoff football works? I'm like, I didn't know they were their last seed, but
Yeah.
it'd be great to see a playoff game. Maybe roll through SoFi. Anyway.
Well, they won a Super Bowl there, yeah.
They did. But anyway, I was just saying, like, could the Eagles come in and play maybe? No.
Yeah.
But the Rams they're an exciting team. That Nau or whatever the fuck.
Oh,
his name
the rookie receiver?
Oh my, what's his name?
Puka Nakua.
Nakua. That
Dude,
guy is boys. We are gonna watch this guy play for the next 10 years.
So there was a cool clip between Sean, or what's the head coach's name?
McVay.
McVay
Sean
and their
McVay.
GM. And McVay's telling the GM in the 5th round, I love this kid. His toughness, the way he can make plays after he catches it. Listen, and that's what he does, man. He goes up and gets this ball, and like the way he can make plays after the catch, he's a stud. And they asked him how he got so tough, and he was the youngest of 5 brothers. He said, my whole life I was just getting beat up. I was on the bottom of the pile. I had to realize how to get off the pile. He's a stud, man. But I wanted to say this about the Lions. There was this one season ticket holder. The Lions haven't won a playoff game. When they won the playoff game, there wasn't text messaging, Uppy. That's the last time they won a playoff game. There wasn't text messaging.
Yeah, it was the first game in 30 years, playoffs, right?
This guy's been a season ticket holder for 66 years. And that was the first fucking playoff win he's ever seen, I think. Or something like that. They showed him in the stands. But they hadn't won a playoff game since text messaging was invented.
Yeah.
That to me was like, holy man.
Yeah, we're 40.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck. Yeah, it's crazy. 30 years, not a playoff game.
Crazy,
That's been the longest time in any pro sport, right? A team's gone that long without making the playoffs?
Without winning, I'm not sure.
It was a stretch. It was a long time coming. So I love Dan Campbell.
Good on you, boys.
Yeah, good on you, boys. And then last but not least, what a way to finish off the Super Bowl or Super Wild Card weekend. Baker Mayfield was making it rain, and the Philadelphia Eagles are out. And Larry Flowers, when are you jumping in this snowbank, right? This guy, you telling me he's going to jump?
Yeah,
he said if they don't win by double digits. I'm like, fella, A.J. Brown's out, hurts his fingers in one. Their defense it was like just a joke. But listen, I'm happy for Baker Mayfield. Though.
Yeah, it was an incredible game. Good atmosphere at home. Listen, I got cold feet when I was watching the highlight. I was watching the pregame on ESPN or whatever. Was it ESPN last night? I think so.
Scott
Buck.
Pepel.
Yeah, and anyway, they all picked fucking Tampa. I'm like, God damn it. So then I'm thinking, go against the odds here. It's Jalen Hurts. I'm sure he'll get it together. They were just so disappointing. I can't remember, following a team so closely and them having such a good season last year. A team that just folded so bad. Last 7 games, they lose 6. A.J. Brown not playing, that hurts them.
That hurt him big
But
time.
like, just the D, you just said it, the D, they missed so many tackles. I'm like, are they even trying? I feel bad for like fucking Kelsey and those O linemen. But even the O linemen got worked. This was the best O line in the league. They couldn't run anything.
Yeah.
They got stuffed a million times. All those little screen passes that went out, boom, stuffed. They had nothing.
Nothing.
That was, costing.
Bucks D's legit too. I mean, you give shout out to Todd Bowles. They were bringing the blitz. They were bringing the house that hurts. Up dog. I remember when you play, like you're going into playoffs and you used to like the old saying, like you can't turn it on, can't turn it off, right, boys? Like, and there's teams I went on where we were humming going into playoffs, and other teams where we kind of limped in. Birds were 1-5 in their last 6, or lost 6 of their last 7. And the Bucks won 5 of their last 6. So I was like, that momentum means something. Like there's something going on in that Eagles dressing room that we'll probably never all know. But to me, their team was just they lost.
I text Loops before the game. I said, "Who you on?" He's like, "No, I'm late. I'm sitting this one out." And
Sitting
I went,
it out.
Yeah, no. He's like, "Listen, I want the Birds to win, but like they suck." I'm like, I know, and I didn't listen to him. Unfortunately, Flowers dragged me into the mud.
Yeah, he'll drag you a lot of places. I can't believe Loop stayed off it. Wow. He did, yeah. He's getting mature. Great weekend of football up, dog. I can't wait next week for the division rounds. It's the best time of the year right now. The next weekend, 2 games on Saturday, 2 games on Sunday. It's going to be unbelievable. So we had a good first week, though. The only bet I lost was the Cowboys, and the only one you lost was the Eagles.
That's it.
Boom, baby.
Yeah, we're back.
Stay hot. We'll be right back at Missin Curfew. Welcome back to Missin Curfew.
My man.
Uppys World.
Party time.
Excellent. He's off the wagon.
I'm off the wagon.
How was it? First of all, as your one of your best buddies and your business partner, I'm proud of you for doing that. Really
Thanks.
proud of you, bud.
I needed something to do, Obes.
Yeah.
You know, as you get older, you want to challenge yourself.
I needed something to do. Besides, get drunk every night, eh?
And it's not a bad thing. I mean, for all you guys sitting at home at night when you get home from work and you got your kids and they're driving you nuts, and whether you're dealing with the daily grind and you want to have a bottle of wine or two, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
It's fine. But at some point, if you're a guy like me, I still wish I was playing, but I'm not. And
Still?
then, I wish I was. Yeah, I still love
Even after that shellac you took at Aspen, you still want
8-2. I had 2. No, listen, you always want to be in shape. I miss a workout here, I do some yoga here, it's whatever, but I'm not completely where I want to be, but this was a good way to challenge myself. And, I posted a little picture on the Thursday. We aired our Fellow Friday show Friday. I said, stay tuned to hear what the 72-hour fast was like, right? Ton of people hitting me up. How'd you feel? Wow, I had a buddy do that. Wow, I'm thinking about doing it. Where should I get some info on it? So to everyone out there, who follow us and who know, about Lifeforce and what that adds to your health, but this 72-hour fast, complete reset for your mind, body, gut, energy.
cock.
Still not using that. No, but what a great way to hit the reset button and not take a month off boozing.
Yeah, you don't want to get, you got a fella tour coming up here, so you couldn't take a month off.
Yeah, but
God
no,
sakes.
but in all seriousness, it was tough. Day 1, day 2, completely tough. Day 3, never felt better. Came in here in the morning with you before your flight. Maybe a little struggle in the morning, but then boom, yoga, boom, sauna, jump in my pool, which is mid 40s right now. And what I say now is after this reset, I want to eat good. I want to not eat ice cream every night, which I usually was. Now I'm just a couple frozen grapes and maybe a cookie. But, I'm back on the sauce. Friday golf, I had 2 tequilas. And
what was your first drink back?
It was it was called the Up Dog. It was it's the Reposado soda with a splash of the ginger ale.
So that was that Big Canyon, your first cocktail back?
Yeah, that was at about noon. And then I had another one on the turn.
Yeah.
And then
Doesn't
after
take
that,
long though. After I took 30 days off. You remember I did 30 days, and I remember I think it was Friday golf too. I had my first drink.
Yeah.
I was hammered by hole 7, pinned.
Yeah. So no, it wasn't really that. No, it took a while. But by the time I got to a restaurant with Christina, I sat at the bar, 1 old fashioned, 1 glass of wine. Then I was by the time my fillet came out, I was cross-eyed. So that was 5 drinks?
Yeah.
Not bad over the course of 10 hours.
How was the old A restaurant? There was a stretch there where me and you went there every Friday for about a year.
Yeah, there's still mad respect in there for the fellas.
We had that little table right in the lounge there. That was a nice table.
I sent our girl Kimmy a little message, and Jordan, who was out of town. I said, listen, I need a table for 2. They said it's busy, and buddy, I went in there 3 people deep at the bar to order a drink.
Totally.
Tons of cougs.
Cougs everywhere.
Yeah, tons of cougs.
Yeah, if you're looking for a good coug bar in Newport, A restaurant's your spot there.
Well,
if you're coming down from
there's no secret.
British Columbia or Alberta and you're on a little work trip and you're a single guy, head of the A.
Unless anyone's new listening to this podcast, they've heard us talk about the cougs at A restaurant before.
Yeah. There was, I haven't been to the A restaurant in a year and a half. I suspended myself. Maybe I'm due to go back there for a cocktail.
Yeah, had good cocktails, stiff ones.
Anyways, Up Dog, proud of you, buddy. Uppys World, party time, fella tour. Let's get after it here. DraftKings, baby. DraftKings is going to be sponsoring the skills competition again.
Yeah.
So we'll be there getting some content, hanging out. It's a great night for us just to kind of go down and see some people around the league that we don't normally see. But last year we left Florida. We were hungover, but there was a little bitter taste in our mouth about the skills because we thought it's just, it's missing something. And I'm not saying guys at the NHL are listening to Missin Curfew, but I think we might have stirred the pot here because they've changed it. They've changed it up. First of all, there's $1 million on the line now for these boys.
Heads up.
That will get the boys to tighten their laces.
Back up the Brinks truck.
You'll see some boys getting
Can you ask for that in cash?
I mean, imagine being at the All-Star game, winning the skills competition, and having $1 million just to go out in Toronto that night and be a complete sideshow.
How much would you spend? $250?
I mean, I would spend a lot. Yeah, I would. I'd probably spend a lot. I would go buck diddy.
Give $250 to charity, spend $250 that night, and then throw $500,000 in Bitcoin or whatever, Ethereum.
Yeah.
Have a time.
I don't know anything about that stuff, but I mean, listen, I think this is a good idea about the NHL. I think $1 million for these guys. Get a little more competition.
It's incredible.
And there's a couple.
But by the way, just because I know you're going to jump into something, but that ain't going to fucking That's going to move the needle where guys aren't going to sit out. Guys are going to want to bring the heat, right?
Well, now they don't have a chance. There's only 12 guys that get in now. So
And
the
you wanna be one of
the
those
rest of the
12.
guys that don't,
And is it fan voting?
I think it was fan voted in.
Or is it just we know who the 12 sickest players are? There's one or two that are going to be on the mix, right? But
Look it up there on your computer.
yeah. Well, didn't we
I
have
think it was fan voted in for the skills competition. That's something we probably should know. But listen up, dog. We talked about some new events. They got a one-timer challenge, which I can't wait to see it. Now I'm wondering if these goalies got to get in there for the one-timers because I'm sure they don't want to. I don't know if it's going to be how hard it is or trying to pick a corner, but I think a one-timer challenge is a great thing. So round 1 is going to be fastest skater, hardest shot, stick handling, and a one-timer challenge. And then round 2 will be an NHL shootout, and there's like a one-on-one thing, and then obstacle course. But I think this one-timer challenge, man, I can't wait to see these guys lean on it.
I'd throw you some nice fucking one tees, bud.
These guys love
Need
one-timer
off-season shoulder surgery after I feed you so much. So listen, the 10 of the first 12 participants are already named by the NHL. Okay.
Yeah.
Boom. Pasternak, McKinnon, Leon Draisaitl, McDavid, Hughes, Matthews, Kucherov, Nylander, Shocker, Pettersson, and Cale Makar. Okay. The fans have the last word on the final 2.
Decent squad.
Voting January 18th. Can be logged in at nhl.com/vote. So, wow. Who are the next 2 guys?
Nylander and
No, Nylander's in the
Nylander's in.
Barzal maybe.
Marner's. Marner in there.
Marner's not. But you can't have 3.
Yeah.
You can't have 3 Toronto Maple
Those guys
Leafs.
don't need the money either, eh?
I know.
None of these guys this game need the money, though.
Throw like Nick Foligno in there.
Get Brady Kachuk in there. My vote for Brady. Get
Yeah.
Brady in there.
Yeah.
Hey?
Barkov.
Beauty. Barkey.
Barkey's nasty.
Sam Reinhart. We're going to talk about Sam later.
Yeah.
But listen, I think I got Princey doing some digging. I swear I thought we came up with the one-timer. We said a one-timer challenge would be great. And I think I said a 2-on-1 drill or something like that. But I love that they're thinking outside the box here. $1 million for the boys is going to get them going. It's going to be fun, Uppy. We're going to be there. Like I said, I'm looking forward to taking it in and seeing how hard the boys actually dig in there for the $1 million. And then obviously the All-Star jerseys came out. Beebs designed them. You're a stylish guy.
Terrible.
What'd you think? Not great.
I thought they were bad. I mean, it's just reinventing the wheel with the logo and the yellow is not a great color. I don't know. Your thoughts? Like, there's 4 different colors. They all look like just the kid got control of the markers and stuff.
Yeah. I'd like to go old school. I'd like to go back to the
like
black and
Campbell
orange.
Conference.
Yeah, like Gretz wore the Smythe division.
Yeah.
Fucking Wales Conference, whatever it was called.
That slashed logo.
Yeah, with the stars around the top.
Full pants.
Let's go retro. Let's go back to the old ones where Gretzky and Lemieux and those boys were. Like the black and orange. That's what I would hope. Maybe if it's in Philly someday, they'll do that. But
wouldn't it be great to see
I don't know.
Wayne come out on the ice and like Lemieux come out on the ice and do a couple 2-on-1 drills like McDavid and Grant?
Wayner.
That'd be sick.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure those boys got things to do.
What if each player got to bring out a great and they had to do something with the guy? Like what if Wayne was passing like Kucherov the puck?
I mean, I think you could probably talk Wayne and Miro into passing, but I don't know if they want to do a 2-on-1 with those boys. Holy fuck. I mean,
do like the trick shootout
Gretz,
contest.
You're doing a 2-on-1 with McDavid. Tie your skates
Hey,
up.
Gretz, can you do the Michigan? Yeah.
Gretz is like, I'll just be up here in the NHL suite. But yeah,
That'll be sick though. Bring the boys back.
Yeah, I mean, listen. Anytime Bieber's involved in hockey, like we said here, I think it's good. We'll see how
it is good.
We'll see how they look when they're on the ice. But I'd like to go back to the old school, like I said. And then there was a clip of this kid Seth Jarvis. I guess somebody got hurt or something opened up, and he was like, "No, I got my trip to Mexico already booked," which we joke about, but there's some seriousness to that. Fuck that. I don't want to go to
Unless
Toronto.
he's in one of those 12 guys and he's
the
got a
$1 million
chance to go for the mill.
Right.
You got to break him off a piece, right?
I mean, that break is so important. And now, I mean, you got it. You had the bye week. I never got a taste of the bye week, thank God. Probably wouldn't have came back. I would have been out of shape for sure. But that break is so important.
It was always tough.
If you're not McDavid and these guys that are, know you're going to go every year, and once you do it once, maybe I guess going once would be a big deal. But if you already have your trip booked and you're kind of being an injured guy to replace, I don't think many guys want to do that. Do you? I know I wouldn't.
I know, but it's the All-Star game. You got to go one time.
One time.
You got to be what? If you have the chance to do it, you have to do it. Yeah. Because then you're an All-Star forever, bro.
That's true. They can't take that away from you. Speaking of All-Stars, we got some All-Star coaches here. Shout out to our boy Rick Tocchet.
Oh, Tocchet.
Best team in the NHL right now, the Vancouver Canucks. #1 in the NHL.
Incredible.
He will be coach of the Pacific Division, and our boy Bonesy, Rick Bonus, will be coaching the Central Division. And then your boy Jim Montgomery and the old vet Peter Laviolette have been named. But I'm so happy for Talks, man. Be good to see him. Well deserved by
what
both
a hell
those
of a
guys.
run.
Who would have
they're
picked?
on. I know.
What would have been DraftKings would have been if you said Rick Talkin and Rick Bonus would have been the two coaches representing the Pacific, representing the
No,
Pacific.
it's great.
Central.
It's I think anytime Canada, the Canadian team or teams in this case are having a great year and get to be highlighted and showcased at the NHL All-Star Game, which happens to be in Toronto too, it's incredible. These guys, they were well-deserved. Going to wear some sick suits. Talk's going to have that head nice and shaved up. He's ready to rock and roll, man.
Yeah, I will.
It's been a while since Talk's been in an All-Star Game, but he's been in a few.
Yeah, it's going to be such a great weekend, and I saw something on social media. Matt Sundin's going to be back in town, so I'm going to try to get a hold of Matt and see if we can meet up with him. But besides the weather, it's going to be chilly. But to have it in Toronto, the hockey mecca, there's going to be so many alumni there.
Yeah.
You talk about making Gretz and Marigo for the skills comp. There are going to be so many Hall of Famers, legends hanging around. It's going to be great.
And why not just spill the beans now? We have, I spoke to Ty Gretzky this morning and last week, but Gretzky's Basement in Toronto, Canada, pop-up experience with all Wayne's memorabilia and some amazing things that he's collected over the years and that his folks have collected. We'll have details to follow, but that's going to be Friday afternoon of the All-Star Game. We hope if anyone's there, fans, check it out. Come check out Wayne's stuff, and we're going to sit down and have a little bit of a, chit-chat. A little powwow there.
I mean, listen, anytime there's 99 involved in anything,
we're going.
I would say it's probably pretty sick. Listen, fans voted in. I just want to give some love to the Canucks Nation. We're all Canucks. Pedersen, Miller, Brock Besser all got voted in. Good on you, Vancouver.
Yeah, big time.
Van gets a lot of when things are going bad, the Canucks fans are hard on you. But when things are going good, and I've been saying it, now these guys have been unbelievable. They go out, vote for them, get them in. I think that's unbelievable. Last thing for me here on the All-Star Game is I get it. There's 4 divisions, right? Which I just think they should go back to Western Conference versus Eastern Conference, 60-minute game, 5-on-5. And I think the $1 million is up for grabs for the game, too. Or something.
I agree.
There's something.
Yeah, it allows more players to play with different guys.
Yeah.
Whole West. Bring the whole West versus the whole East.
And this is no disrespect to the goalies because a lot of my goalies bailed me out throughout. Too many goalies, man. There's too many goalies. I mean, 2 on each team. I mean, that's a quarter of the fucking league. And
8 goalies.
We're missing guys that could be coming in. No, they're taking, for example, Cam Talbot's having a great year. He's the representative for the Kings.
Yep.
I no disrespect to Cam, a great guy. I've heard I'd rather see Kempe there or Kopitar or Doughty. You know what I mean? I just think, to me personally, there's too many goalies. Maybe they rotate teams. These guys don't care. I mean, they have an extra chance at $1 million because you got to play on both teams.
Yeah, I wonder if does a goalie have a chance to win the mill?
I don't know, but there's 8 goalies there, right?
They make enough money, these goalies.
Yeah.
Especially when you're doing your DraftKings lineup. Man, they're all
pricey.
They're all how much are those guys? They're all expensive.
They're pricey.
Yeah, they're all 10 G's.
10,000 minimum.
Pricey. But anyways, congrats to all the All-Stars. The city of Toronto, we're fired up to come. They're up, dog. It's going to be an absolute time. It's sneaking up on us here, fella. Flights are booked. Rooms are booked. Let's go. Dust off the Amex, baby.
Yeah. Let's order some new ones.
Up, dog. Get this guy a Labatt Blue, fella.
It's time, baby. Presented by Labatt Blue Light, the pristine Pilsner. Enjoy your beers together so you can live life to the power of we. Always enjoy responsibly. Beer, Labatt USA, Buffalo, New York.
Get this guy a Labatt Blue. I got to give some love to our buddy Alex Killorn.
Killer
made his return to Tampa.
Woo, woo.
I heard a rumor that he had a nice number on the board. Nice number.
And a nice night.
The boys obviously didn't want to take it because they stumped them 5-1, which was your lock of the night. Listen, to the Tampa Bay Lightning, I thought it was classy. They gave him a real good, you see a lot of these,
I love the video, bro.
You see a lot of these video tributes now to guys that didn't do a whole fuck of a lot where they played. This guy deserved it. 2 cups.
Yep.
Like I said, we've got to know him. It was tough for him to leave. But when they're offering you 6 bananas a year, you say, hey, Coop and the boys, I'll see you in the offseason.
Totally.
But I thought it was great. The next night he goes in and scores the game winner against the Cats, which fucked me on my parlay. But anyways, Killer, get yourself a blue light into the Tampa Bay Lightning. Join them because I thought it was classy up, dog.
My man. Shout out and get this guy a Labatt Blue Light. Marc-Andre Fleury, bro. 552 NHL wins. I got to give this guy. This is insane. 5-0 shutout against the Islanders on Monday. Passed Patty Waugh for second place all time, only trailing Mr. Marty Brodeur himself. First win since October 3rd, 2003 was his first ever win. Sorry. And I mean, he's only got, 100 and, I don't know, he's got 140 victories away to catch Marty Brodeur, which is pretty insane when you think about that. But
he ain't going to catch Marty.
It's amazing. Fleury, well, what a career. Great guy. You seen the videos that circulated yesterday, especially on Missin Curfew. Him calling out the start of the game for the boys, the Minnesota Wild. Boys love him. He's got a smile on his face every day. He's a great family man. So congrats to Mr. Marc-Andre Fleury.
Yeah, best style of any goaltender I've ever seen, too. But, yeah, keep going. He can still kick, too, up, dog. I mean, he's not going to catch Marty, but he's got some good hockey left if you want to play. And he did some good stuff on TNT last week with Biz and the boys where you can tell what kind of guy he is because everyone loves him.
Loves him.
Yeah, so get him a blue light. Speaking of another legend.
Sidney Crosby, 26 goals on the season, big fella, and 20 apples to add for 46 points. Buddy, for the first time in a long time, he's on pace for a 50-goal season, and so you just brought it up to me today.
Crazy.
He has not had one.
When I saw that
whole career with a career high of 44 goals in 16-17.
I mean, Sid's a machine. Pittsburgh's fighting to get in, but listen, this guy is. I bet you if you did a survey of the league and said who's the best 200-foot player still, Nate McKinnon would get some votes. Obviously Connor, but I still think when it comes down to it, face-offs, D-zone, low, just responsible. And look at, like you said, 26 and 20, 46 and 42. The guy's 35 years old, 36 years old.
What would Ovechkin do right now for 26 snaps?
Oh, yeah.
Hey?
Yeah.
He'd be right there. He'd be knocking on that door.
Yeah.
I mean, but Sid's like, you're right. He's noticeable every night. He moves his feet. He wins battles. He's up and down the ice. He's power play, PK, face-off. That's the sign of just a true hockey player.
Yeah, and a good guy.
Yeah.
Good guy, and just keep going, Sid. You're good for the game. And Pittsburgh, like I said, they're battling to get in up, dog. And last but not least here, get this guy, Labatt Blue, down in your old stomping grounds there, where the old vitamin D is they're just handing it out. That, no tax, nice cars, they ride in golf carts. Sam Reinhart, 7 games with either a power play goal or a shorthanded goal, which I thought was fucking pretty juicy. And he's one back of Matthews. He's 32 goals. You think about Matthews. Every time I turn on ESPN or whenever, he's scoring a goal.
Yep.
Well, Sam Reinhart's doing the exact same thing. And another thing about Rhino, drunkest guy I've ever saw at Coachella, too. He had an absolute shift. But listen, he's a free agent up, dog.
Oh, man. Timing
is everything.
Wow.
I just listen. I think this kid, coming out of Buffalo, going there. Again, this is a feather in the cap to Paul Maurice, Bill Zito, their GM, Chucky, everyone. 32 goals, man. One behind Matthews.
Yeah, what kind of price tags he do we got our boy back there?
What kind of price tag
is
that?
What's he making right now?
Well, he's about to be making.
Is he making 4.5 maybe?
Well, I can look it up here at Cap Friendly. Stand by. It's more about what he's going to be
well,
making.
That's why it's like, what a bargain to have him on your squad this year. It's, right?
Listen.
He signed a 2-year, 7.3 back in.
So he's making
6.5. He's got 1 year left at 6.5.
Oh.
Listen, he's going to be making fucking 13.
Yeah, if he keeps it going.
I mean, if he wins the Rocket Richard.
55, yeah.
Now, for me, this is like, when you start getting up to those double digits, right? 10 or more. Mm-hmm. And I was nowhere near that, right?
I'm not even going to give Sam Reinhart that much money.
Listen, it's the hardest thing to do in the NHL, score goals, right? You would agree.
Back to back.
You got a few more than me.
Yeah. But
for
do it, can't just do it 1 year.
For him with Rhino, yeah, you're right. I think 10's a nice number for him, right?
I mean, the fact that we have to have this discussion of Sam Reinhart making $10 million is nuts. I know, and it's incredible. He deserves it all. He's going to the net.
Okay,
I said 2 months ago, young kids, watch how Sam Reinhart goes and stays in front of the net with the new rules because he's reaping the benefits of it.
I'm only saying if he keeps this up, and I still think DraftKings asked me right now who you want. I say Matthews is going to win the Rocket. But if he somehow takes down Matthews and scores 66 goals, we got a long way to go. I get it. I mean, is he not worth? Is there not a team out there like the Columbus Blue Jackets? I don't know. Who needs scoring? I don't know. There's teams out there that need scoring, obviously. To me, what I'm saying is I would stay in South Florida if I'm him. Get a nice number. It's a great place to live, and more importantly, what they're building there.
Yeah.
So, Rhino, I know you want to get paid. You're going to deserve it, but I just think it's a great spot for him.
Plus 550 on DraftKings for him to win the Rocket Richard right now. If you looked at this, I want to say 3 weeks ago when he was still kind of right there with Matthews, he was like plus 2,500. Like it was like he can't keep it up, but wow, has he ever? And it's we're halfway through the year, and it's All-Star game coming up.
And listen,
amazing.
you talk about dog days. There's not many dog days down there. You live off Los Olas. If you could hold up and feel good, it's South Florida with that nice sun, like I was saying, vitamin D, and they're rolling. They've lost 2 straight lately, but they were rolling. Hey, like you said, he goes to the net, man. He goes to the net.
What's McDavid have for goals? He's plus 3,000 right now.
I don't know.
Is he at 25, 20? He can get there.
He's not going to win the Rocket Richard, though, I don't think. His goals are down from last year. I do know that. I love how you asked me.
Goals this year.
How many?
16.
Yeah. 16.
Oh. Yeah, he's stuck.
He's down. But I mean, he's just humming.
Not bad odds. So, well,
Kyle, what is he? How many points is he behind Kucherov or McKinnon for the Art? What's he to win the Art Ross?
Hey, he's got 57 points. Kucherov, he's got almost 45 goals, I think. Let's check.
What's McDavid to win the Art Ross? Is that there on DraftKings?
Well, he's plus 275 right now to win the Hart.
Okay, what about the scoring?
It doesn't give unfortunately.
Kucherov's at 72 points.
72 points. What's McKinnon at?
70.
I got Nate to win the Hart. I got him at the start of the season.
Yeah, he's plus 210.
Yeah, I got him at better than that to start. They're humming, man. They are absolutely humming. But Rhino, keep it going. All those boys, grab yourself a blue light. We'll be right back at Missin Curfew.
Yeah.
It's milk carton time up, dog. First and foremost, I don't want to pile on the San Jose Sharks here, but I kind of do because they cost me money about a month into the season where they decided to go on a winning streak. But I'm begging you in San Jose, please take the teal helmets off on the road. You don't need to draw any more attention to yourself.
I agree.
You guys are so bad. And I feel for the guys there because I've been on bad teams. I was on a bad team in Tampa one year. I was on a bad team in Colorado. It sucks. I feel for the players. But just put white helmets on, please. Like Carolina does it too, which I don't love.
I don't ask much.
But can you just please put white helmets on the road? Because it's just, you should have 2 helmets in the NHL, right? Especially in the summertime.
Yeah.
You need that second helmet in the summer just to mix it up a little bit.
Yeah, I think they all do, right?
Everybody but the Carolina Hurricanes and the San Jose Sharks have white helmets on the road.
Wow. Well, let's figure it out. Come on.
I hate it.
The teal are terrible.
The teal are terrible.
The
teal helmets on the road.
silvers are not great in Vegas, and I guess it's Carolina wears what, red on the road?
They wear red on the road. I don't love that either. But they're a good squad. So if you're good, you can kind of get away with it. But when you're San Jose and you're just trying to get through the end of the season here, let's put some white helmets on. Just give it a try. If anyone's out there listening from the Sharks, let's see what it looks like with the white. Come on.
Yeah, see if you can put a couple W's
Jumbo
together.
Joe did it back in the day with the white. I wonder what Joe thinks. I want if anyone sees Joe Thornton, ask him what he thinks about it. But to me, it's milk carton time. Enough with the teal helmets. And up, dog, some good news here. We're going to take a guy off the milk carton. Max Pacioretty. Guy's been hurt for feels like forever. 2 Achilles? Was it 2 Achilles?
Yeah, same one. But really bad injury. Really tough.
Listen, I give this guy a lot of credit for coming back. He's played 6 games. He's got 3 points for a Washington Capitals team. I'm just happy to see him back, man.
Yeah, of course.
Like, that was
incredible.
Scary.
I didn't even know where he played.
Yeah.
But good for him. I mean, he was a hell of a goal scorer, an incredible player, and nice to see one of the the good vets in the league be back healthy and playing again.
Absolutely. Good for him because that rehab had to have been hell. And he's made enough money that he could have been like, you know what? I'm going to rehab so I can enjoy my life. I don't really want to. Now, he's never won a Stanley Cup. Maybe that fuels him, but I hope he succeeds. And you saw it last week. Patty Kane kind of went to the boards a little. I haven't heard.
Nah, it looked a little tricky, man. It looked like it could have been a lower body. Hopefully it's not nothing crazy. Hopefully it's not his knee or his hip, but he did fall awkwardly in the boards.
It looked to me when I saw it his hip. It says Patty Kane to miss some time with a lower body injury. So that's good news. It's not like out indefinite, but I mean, he was playing for a guy. There's nobody come back from that surgery, right?
And we talked about this, but no, it takes a minute, man. It takes a minute for the load to be, game after game after game. But he's kept it up. I mean, he's played 15 games. He's right there. He's been effective. He scored some great goals, an incredible breakaway goal last week. So, thinking about him.
He's been great. He looks
League's
good.
better with Patty Kane. And
he looks good in that uniform too. So
sure does.
That was the milk carton fella. Brings us in to back up the Brinks truck, fella. Back it right up.
Time.
It's in Chicago. They're backing it up. Listen, we're on this podcast, and a lot of times we complain about these young guys getting contracts. At the end of the day, we want everyone to get paid, but this one is so well-deserved. Nick Foligno, 2 years, 4.5 bananas a year. He goes in there. He does the right thing. He sticks up for the young superstar. He fights. He hits. Great in the room. I mean,
That's
I'm
a
so
great
happy
deal.
for this guy, man. I'm
Congratulations.
so happy for him.
What a deal, Obi.
What a deal. And, like, if I'm a GM around the league, I'm a little bit bummed because I was probably looking at the deadline, like, how many teams would love to add Nick Foligno?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, well, it'll cost you now.
Yeah, well, now he's not going anywhere at that. I mean,
and another guy not too far away from what he's doing with these young players, Jason Dickinson. I played with him in Vancouver for a cup of coffee. 2 years, 4.25. I mean, he's got 14 goals. He's having a career year. But again, you can't just, fill your lineup with no-name guys. You got to have these guys that know how to play and win face-offs and fight and skate. And these guys, that's a lot of money.
listen, I thought, I don't know, Jason Dickinson.
Yeah.
I watched him play for Travis Green.
4.25 for Dickinson. Wow.
I thought this guy was out of the on his way out of the league.
Yeah.
Like in Vancouver, he was really bad. Really bad. And for him to go there, I guess it just shows up you like opportunity, right? How you embrace it. You go to Chicago, you know you're gonna be bad, but you're gonna play in situations you've never played in.
But very rarely do you go from making, $1 million to making 2 years 4.25 as like a good, character like fill-in guy.
Totally.
I mean,
it feels like they just give extensions out now throughout the year. A lot easier than when we played. No, I saw this deal for Dickinson. I was like, I was on a 1 year deal in Colorado and I was lighting it up. I was having a great year just into the new year. I was having a great year. No one ever called me for an extension. My agent didn't even, Jerry and Steve, it didn't even, I was like I didn't even think about it either. I should have maybe. I just
feel like they're handing it out in Chicago. They did this summer and they are again. And I mean, they stink, but they need these guys.
I'll tell you what, they stink.
So what do you just go find, whether it costs
Nick Foligno's the man.
But where are you finding a half of Nick Foligno this summer for $2 million?
You're not finding Nick Foligno. But this Dickinson, I don't know if I would have been in a hurry to give him that deal. I fella, good for you. Good on you.
Some over and backs right now. Maybe there's a chance.
14 goals is a lot, but I mean, I guess you need veteran guys there. Yeah. But Nick Foligno, congratulations, fella. Hopefully he gets back sooner or later. Last but not least here at Missin Curfew Up Dog around the National League. I want to start here. My boy, Gabriel Landeskog. It was so good to see him on the ice, man.
Just out there working the edges.
Looked good, didn't
style. Oh, yeah.
I said, listen, you
look
stick
good. Handling the biscuit.
I text Kyle Keefe right away because Kiefer's a beauty. He loves Landy. I mean, no one's seen Landy grow more than Kyle Keefe. Like, he saw him from a 19-year-old to what he is now. And I said, I don't want to get excited here, but he's like, yeah, he's obviously easing into it, and I'm not getting this. But it was just nice to see him. And as a guy who's got the Colorado Avalanche in the future at plus 900 to win the Stanley Cup, if they could ever get 92 back healthy for playoffs, I mean, and I want to say this actually. The big train there, Nutrishkin.
Yeah.
Is that how you say it? Valery Nutrishkin?
Natushkin.
I call him the big Russian train. Listen, he was having an unbelievable year. 22 goals. I thought he was past whatever he was dealing with. So I just want to wish him all the best. As an ex-Avs guy, the guy who watched a lot of Avs game, he's been playing unbelievable up dog. So I hope he gets the help he deserves.
Yeah.
It's a big loss for them. Lekkonen's still out. Byron's been banged up. They're banged up right now. But to see Landy out there, good style, eh?
He's got great style. I wish he's a guy like I look up to, a younger guy. Wish I could have had a chance to play with him. Big fan of our podcast and big supporter, but it's the Colorado Avalanche and the league. We need those young guys in. He's been a guy that's that these young kids look up to. That we've had unfortunately out with a couple of years serious injury, and I'll touch on the Natushkin too. Is that get this guy the help he needs now, because look forward to him coming back as a better guy, clear, addressing the things he needs to address, and then have him back for playoff time. Last year, missing him in the playoffs was a big loss to him. Why they didn't really make it past the Kraken, and right now, we're one big family. So the guys in that room probably really. Really understand what he's going through, and getting him the help they need is the right thing.
Yeah, well said. And I thought he kicked it just the way he was playing. He looked big. He looked healthy. He looked strong. They were in Toronto. I don't want to say, was you think it would have been Toronto like it fell off the wagon? Because easy city to fall off the wagon on. But it was just, obviously, I'm joking, but
Yeah, no, it's
Where there's smoke, there's fire up, dog. I know every time I went into Toronto, I mean, I had something lined up.
yeah, totally.
Right? I had something lined up. Edmonton Oilers, tonight, we're recording on Tuesday. They play the Maple Leafs tonight. It's going to be a great hockey game. Up, dog, we sat on our podcast and said, these guys are going to go on a streak. Let's bet it. Well, we missed it because they've won 10 straight. New team record. They never even won 10 when Gretz was there.
That's impressive.
That's impressive to me.
I find that shocking. Was that just because of overtimes and no team ties and shootouts, or
Must have been.
crazy that Gretzky
yeah.
didn't win 10 in a row with the Oil?
It's like they had a tie, eh? They had a tie. For
Yeah,
sure.
they just took one night off every 10 games because they won a lot of hockey games.
A lot of hockey games. Something about new coaches with these guys. Eh? It's like new girlfriends. They get all excited. They get all excited.
Knobloch.
Yeah.
I think he's got the boys playing hard.
Playing unbelievable. I can't wait to watch that game tonight. Do you think they can keep it going? I mean, I wish we would have been betting them like 10 straight. I knew they were going to snap it off.
Yeah. You know what? It's a confidence thing. And Connor McDavid is playing extremely gifted hockey right now. And so it's one of those cases where heads up. He's going to go just walk you and dance you and bury one behind you.
Yeah. Did you hear what Draisaitl said probably a couple weeks ago about being unrestricted free agent coming up? He said, I got to take care of myself, and Connor's got to worry about him. Obviously, we want to finish the goal here. But I was like, I love the honesty because that's the truth. Like, they want to win a Stanley Cup for the Oilers fans. I'm sure they love those fans, of passionate fans. But at the end of the day, Leon Draisaitl has got to do what's best for him, and 97 is going to do what's best for him. So I love that he was completely honest about that. And he's a year away from it. Next year's his last year before his UFA.
I know.
But I just thought it was like a little tickle, maybe just to be like, hey, boy.
Does he sign a 1-year ticket in Edmonton for 15 just to stay? But how do they even work that in the cap? Like, just to stay one more year with Connor and then...
I think he's going to sign with the LA Kings. I think Kopitar is going to retire and Draisaitl's going to come in making $13 million. How are you? He's going to be living in Manhattan Beach. He's going to be a member at Bel Air. Fuck. I mean, come on, bro.
We'll help him with that.
Yeah. I mean, and last but not least, around the National League here, Connor Bedard. This guy, he loves hockey. He's already back out there with a bubble on.
He's a creature of hockey.
You called it, buddy.
I know.
You said he'd already be skating. And I thought, maybe take some time off, kid. He's already back out there. Luke Richardson said he was licking his chops. Couldn't keep him off the ice. Now, listen, a broken jaw, that slows you down a little bit. But if I was hurt, I'd be like, okay, listen, I could take a couple days. I'd take a week.
Well, you got to go on the liquid diet, so that's good for you.
Yeah, you just need those scissors in case you have too much to drink. I remember Aaron Rome broke his jaw, and he always had those scissors that he had just in case.
Oh, what do you mean?
Aaron Rome got in a fight downtown Portland, knocked out Cole. And I was with him. I was in the hospital with him the whole fucking night. And they wired his jaw shut, and he had these little scissors.
Scissors, what, to get the food in?
So, like, if he's puking,
Oh,
you got to cut him. I'm sure they got better technology now.
you got to like.
Well, he'd have a pair of scissors, like, that if he, like, worst case scenario, snip. He was wired shut.
Oh, fuck. Tough injury.
Yeah, he chirped the wrong fisherman downtown Portland, and these guys waited for him. Man, they waited for him and kicked the shit right out of him. We were banned from going out downtown after that. I wasn't thrilled about that.
Really?
So when do you think Bedard's back?
You got that bet with Lupul.
Yeah,
I think he's back. He's gonna miss his 4 weeks.
4 weeks.
4
So you're taking the under. If I said 4 to 6, you're taking under. Like, he's back maybe 4 at the max kind of thing.
Yeah, but he's gonna be back with the bubble, and he's gonna be, they're gonna ease him back there. But I'd say from it's been what, a week? I'd say he's back in under 4 weeks from now.
He's gonna leave that bubble on the rest of the year, isn't he?
He's back by Valentine's Day. It's January 16th. He's back by February 14th.
Does he leave that bubble on the rest of the year? Yeah.
Yeah. No.
No. If you're Kyle Davidson, you're not just like leave that on for the rest of your kid.
You know what? I think having the bubble on, it hits your jaw more. I think like a little shot to the chin with the bubble on. I think that fucks it up more than just taking the glove there.
Yeah, I know that. If the kid came to the front of the net with me in that bubble, I'd push that bubble right into his chin. But
totally.
They don't do that.
And the guys will respect the fact that he just broke his jaw. Like, Connor Bedard comes down on you now and he's going wide on you. You're not going to elbow him up high.
Why not?
Why not? A little respect factor.
Why not?
Well, I don't know.
Why not? I would fucking rough him up. I would have put
Yeah.
I'd be like, kid, don't come near the net. I won't touch it. But if you come to the net, I'm going to get you. And listen, people listen to this podcast. We love you. Thanks. And some people on our social media about me always about, the game soft. Listen, I've had some ex-players text me and you. No need for names.
Yep.
world-class players, Stanley Cup champions, good guys being like, they can't watch it. The penalties, so soft, this and that. So, I don't know.
I just think
I don't know, bud.
I just think you're going to keep the stinky glove away from Connor Bedard's face for a bit when he first comes back.
Well, I'm not.
Especially when you're playing the Hawks, you're up 4-0 early. It's like, do I need to fucking be the guy like elbowing this kid as he comes up to?
Well, listen, if you're asking me as a defenseman, so if I'm on the ice with him, I'm worried he's going to dangle me to begin with, right? Yeah. So I'm thinking I'm going in the game. I'm thinking going in the game. Okay, this kid's coming back from a broken jaw. I don't want to end up on SportsCenter with Steve Levy and the boys. So maybe when he comes in that the first time, I may punch him in the bubble and be like, hey, kid, you fucking come near me again. It'll be even worse next time. So now I limit my...
You want to be on SportsCenter for that.
No, yeah, I know, but now I don't have to worry about this kid dangling me.
Totally.
Right? I don't want to end up on the highlight reel, this guy putting it through my wheels. So if I punch him in the face early with the bubble on, maybe he doesn't come near me the rest of the game. You know what I mean?
It's one way to look at it. I think it's a great way to look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't you get soft on me over there. Don't you get soft on me.
I miss watching you play hockey, buddy, so much.
Hey, listen, I watched you more than you. You were still in the league. You were my favorite playoff player. I almost got an Upshaw jersey. So, Updog, great being back with you, buddy. I mean, what an outfit. We didn't even touch about your outfit. Look at that outfit. What's that T-shirt? It's sick.
It's Johnny V.
Yeah, that's nice.
Straight Johnny V tarp. Yeah.
You still get the NHL discount?
40% off, bud. Yeah. So you guys out there, if you want a little code, let me know.
Updog, if we could get my receipts from over my career of how much money I spent at Johnny V, it would blow your mind.
How many of the jackets do you think you still got?
I got my winter one, and I got a couple like that one you got on there. Is that Johnny V up top too?
Yeah. It's a full Johnny V. It's actually full Johnny V.
Yeah. Are you going to get some new clothes for the All-Star weekend?
I am.
Yeah.
I am. I just don't know what yet.
Listen, I'm looking for a 3/4 winter jacket, like that's kind of like a plaid-y, kind of black, like I'm gonna look like a charcoal. I'm looking for that. So if you see one,
like charcoal,
like a 3/4,
yeah,
like with some patterns on it.
But Johnny B, bust out the card.
Max, all pass me to Kyle. Thanks, buddy, back there. That was Missin Curfew,
fellas.